Hi there. Hello, Hornets and Hornet families. Um, I'm sorry I did not send this out last week. I'm going to get one done real quickly here so that you know what's going on this week and what went on last week, and we can be prepared for the week going forward, okay? All right. If I go to my classroom, or if you go to it through Canvas, I have it linked to where I just have this screen, but you can go to Canvas and it's the same screen, okay? So let's look at our lesson plans. Dale, you got to go away. That's my cat. Sorry. Okay. All right. So we're going to look at the lesson plans. We're looking at the first 9 weeks. Okay. This last week was week 3 as far as I'm concerned, even though technically it was week 4. And then this week is week 4. Okay. That first 3-day week of school wears me out. They consider that a week, man. I don't really think of that as being a week, truthfully. So last week we studied human environment interaction on Wednesday. We read the Lorax and we answered some questions about conservation and about interacting with our environment through that. On Thursday, we did location and place. So we talked about the difference between location and place. When we're talking about geography and we say location, we're talking about where it is. And when we're talking about geography and we talk about place, we're talking about what it's like. So location is where it is. Place is the characteristics of that place. Okay, when you step outside, what does it look like? What is the physical and human geography? Dale, you got to go away. What is the physical and human geography that makes that place unique? Okay, we did culture on Friday, so we started talking about culture traits. We moved into social stuff, and we started talking about culture traits. Culture traits are aspects of life that people share, like speaking the same language, or practicing the same religion, or enjoying the same types of food, or the same leisure time activities. All of those things are cultural traits. A culture region is a region in which the majority of people that live there share a variety of cultural traits. Now, on Friday, they did this sorting out activity, which was a lot of fun. And then I gave them this document to take home. Well, not to take home. We worked on it in class a little bit, but they didn't have all of the knowledge that they needed to complete this because some of these things are about family, about ancestors. So pretty much no students were able to finish it. A couple did, but I told them that everybody needed to take this home and verify the information with their parents or with their guardians. So if you haven't yet seen this page that's on the screen, ask your student to see it so that you can look at it and make sure that all this stuff is accurate, because it's stuff about your culture, your family's culture, okay? The stories and traditions you held as you grew up, the things that you do together as a family, holidays you do or don't celebrate because of your religion, so on and so forth. So it's all just about your culture, okay? They're going to need this for the activity that they're going to do after their test on Friday. Okay, so please make sure that you have looked at this with them, that the information on it is accurate. The more they put on this, the easier that activity will be on Friday. Okay, all right, now let's talk about this week. Okay, this week I was making some adjustments because I had to make some adjustments here because of Thursday. Thursday is 9/11, and we'll need to have our 9/11 lesson on that day. So I'm having to make some adjustments here. I'm sorry that you're seeing sort of an incomplete thing. It was complete, and then I remembered that we need to do our 9/11 lesson, and now I've had to rework it a little bit. So today we continued with the S in PEGS, and we're looking at social factors. Specifically, we were looking at the world's major religions. So today we did a brief overview of the 5 to 6 major religions in the world. We talked about the number of practitioners of each, Christianity being the most popular religion in the world by number of practitioners, Islam being second, Hinduism third, Buddhism fourth, Sikhism fifth, and the Jewish faith only has about 14 to 15 million followers worldwide, which is not a very big number when you think about the world population. We also talked about their various sacred texts and all kinds of comparisons and contrasts. We did this activity today. Okay. They came in and they had a blank notes page and they filled in these notes. Okay. Talking about the followers, the principal figures in that religion, their sacred writings, what their main beliefs are, where it was begun, their place or day of worship, and other things that you might want to know about that religion. So I gave that to them. That's what we did today. Today's warm-ups, they collected the special religion notes warm-up and they started copying from the board. So if they didn't get everything copied down, they can use this to copy it down. Also, if their handwriting is just truly atrocious and they're never going to be able to read this, if you have a printer available, you can print them a printed copy, but it's just more meaningful and you absorb it more when you write the notes yourself. So bear that in mind. Then after we did all this, we went and we did an Ed puzzle over the world's major religions. Okay, an Ed puzzle is a video that you can watch, and as you watch the video, it stops periodically to have you ask questions. So we did a video over the world's major religions. Tomorrow's plan, we are going to do our mapping lesson. Okay, we're going to do our mapping lesson. You're going to get notes over the different types of maps and over map elements. And then you're going to be released to work through an escape room, a digital escape room that covers all the material from the notes. So you'll use the notes to finish the escape room, finish that, get out, and then you've completed the assignment. Okay. On the way out the door, or as they finish the escape room, I will be handing them a printed copy of a review prep sheet. They should finish as much as they can in class. They should take that review prep sheet home with them, and they should study it carefully, because on Wednesday we're going to have a game show style review where they have an opportunity to win some of that class money and also to review the concepts that we've learned so far. We have to take a quick detour on Thursday to do our 9/11 lesson, and then Friday will be our first test. Friday will be our CUA 1. That's Common Unit Assessment 1. Okay. The beginning of the year test that we took last week, that's just like a benchmark, like a diagnostic. We want to know what you know about social studies. This CUA 1, this is the first test over the things that we have been studying. Okay. So we'll take that on Friday. Makeups, if we require them, will be on the following Monday, and then we'll move forward with Unit 2, which is our first culture region study, and we'll be studying the North American culture region. So again, make sure that your student has this. Make sure that your student has that culture sheet from last Friday finished, because they're going to need it on Friday once they finish up their test, and make sure that they're ready to study hard on Tuesday and Wednesday nights, because we have Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights, because we have that test on Friday. I think everybody's going to be very successful. We've had a good start to the year, and I look forward to seeing how we do. If you guys have any other questions or you need anything, feel free to reach out. I saw that I had one or two messages in rooms. I will respond to those when I get back from baseball practice. As soon as I send this to y'all, I'm headed out to go do batting practice. Have a great day, great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.